Good morning or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of people have are gonna need this. We have a brand new mechanic system, and this is going to show you guys kind of the brief steps of what to take, um, regardless to what can be upgraded, what cannot be upgraded, and everything within that nature. As it's a complete workaround, or not workaround, but complete rework of our prior mechanic system. So first thing you want to do is you have to be in a mechanic shop that has been set up. So for example, one is at the Benny's here, and then you have your three custom mechanic shops that have been placed around the city that are owned by players, which is Hayes Mechanic, Downtown Customs, as well as Diamond Customs. Diamond Customs is located in Polito. Downtown Customs is located in Grove Street, Southside, and Hayes is postal about 670. So the first thing you want to go ahead and do is you can go ahead and walk up to your car, and you can either use the mechanic tools and the toolbox. So each are two different things. So the toolbox is you can see pretty much what's on the car right now. So it has the standard oil, it has the spark plugs, and then it has the tires. The tires you can go ahead and you can repair, inspect, and replace. So if I want to replace, I can go between standard or Michelin. You can always click the back, and if you need to repair them, it tells you pretty much what you need. I don't have rubber or anything for them, so there can't be anything within that nature. If you go ahead and use the mechanic tools, you can go ahead and see everything that you can get upgraded and more in depth within the car. So again, you still have your standard spark plugs, your oil, and your tires. And then you have your suspension, your engine, your brakes, transmissions, whatever. Um, so right here, for example, we'll take the engine. You go ahead and inspect it, and you can see the repair parts you would need: 10 iron and 6 pistons. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and upgrade this and replace it, click replace. You can do a standard, a 2JZ, or a V8 engine. I don't have the V8 engine, and it will say not enough items. So, for example, let's go ahead and give myself a V8 engine. So we'll do check my ID. I can go ahead and just spawn my V8 engine. So then, in my inventory, you see I have a V8 engine. If I go ahead and use the mechanic tools, and go to standard, and click replace on the engine, you then see I have the V8 engine. I can go ahead and click this. But the best part is, your hood's not open. So you have to go into your car, open up your hood, go into the front of the car, and you can install the engine. Now this can take roughly 40 seconds for your engine to be completed. So when the engine is completed, I will return to the video. Awesome. Now that the engine is completed, it will now have a V8 engine. So if you go ahead and go back up to your car, you could be anywhere near the car as long as you're near the car, and use mechanic tools, you can then see I have a V8 engine in the Mustang. Same thing with the oil. You can replace it between the shell and the standard. Oil depletes over how long you use the car, um, and they go down. So you can see there is a sliver right here. I've been driving the Mustang for a little bit. There is a sliver of oil that is down, so it eventually does have to get filled again. And you do the same thing with the transmission. So you got your standard, you have the race, and then your tires you saw before, and then you have the four wheel drive. You have your standard, the rear wheel drive. Sorry, I am extremely tired still. And then you have your all wheel drive. And you same thing with your brakes. You have your race brakes and your standard, and then the spark plugs, standard or NGK. There is still a lot more to do with this. So if I actually go ahead and locate my brakes item, so if you just give me one moment to locate the code for the brakes. The best thing with our brake system is you will now have to pretty much do everything with the brakes. So then if we go ahead and spawn in some race brakes. Today, as you see, I have the race brakes in my inventory. If I go to mechanic tools, go to standard and replace, and you can see I selected the race. You have to go through all 4 tires to install the brakes. So I'll end up doing 1 tire, then I have to go do the other tires to install the brakes on every single thing. Now, they will not change the cosmetic portion of the vehicle. So, for example, my engine didn't change when I put a V8 in, but the performance and everything else goes with it. Now, one of the best parts of our scripts are we are able to add and remove items as need be. So, for example, if I wanted to add tier 17 brakes, I could add the tier 17 brakes that can be added into the city. So there's a lot of people who don't know what the Mustang handles like. If you do, then you could definitely tell there is a performance. But once a V8 engine is, it does get more power, and it will continue to fly down the street just as normal. And with the race brakes, they stop a lot easier. There's still a lot more to come to the city with this, and the more that it is updated, the more that everybody will be able to see stuff. But if you guys have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of the staff team or myself. That way we can ensure that everything is handled correctly. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Have a good one.